A shocking clue may have just changed everything we thought we knew about what is coming to Port Charles between mid-June and early July. We have all been watching the canvas closely, tracking the separate storylines, from the corporate backstabbing to the romantic entanglements. But something isn't adding up anymore. If you look closely at the sheer volume of chaos hitting our favorite characters all at once, you start to realize that we might not be looking at random, isolated incidents. We might be looking at a massive, coordinated smoke screen. A new detail could expose the truth. And if my theory holds up, the entire town is currently dancing on the edge of a very sharp knife. Let us start with the breaking news moment that shifts this entire narrative into high gear. Ross Cullum is facing an unexpected, deadly danger. According to the latest whispers, Cullum gets shot, and the person holding the smoking gun is likely none other than Cassius Faison. Yes, you heard that right. Cassius, the man parading around town as fake Nathan West, the man who has been sitting at the Metro court playing innocent with Nina Reeves, is allegedly pulling the trigger on an investigator. We have to ask ourselves, why Cullum? Why now? This is the clue that unravels the whole sweater. Cullum recently received valuable new intelligence, and we know that intel is directly tied to the desperate situation involving Rocco Falconeri and Britt Westbourne. Rocco and Britt are currently on the run, running for their absolute lives and facing a terrifying near-capture situation. While they are fleeing, Rocco discovers something utterly horrifying. What did he see? What did Cullum find out? If Cassius is the one who shoots Cullum, it may not be a coincidence. It means Cassius is actively silencing anyone who gets too close to the truth. If you ask me, that's where things become interesting. Let us connect the dots. Cassius has been pretending he knows absolutely nothing about his mother, Liesel Obrecht, disappearing. But we know for a fact that Liesel is locked in a dark prison cell at Windermere. Cassius is covering for whoever is running that hostage situation. And the Windermere nightmare is rapidly escalating. Carly Spencer, in her desperate attempt to orchestrate a rescue mission for Jocelyn Jacks, has seen her break-in completely fail. Carly is now facing a life-threatening situation, cornered and likely to be thrown right into that same hostage area alongside Liesel and Jocelyn. There may be more to this story, guys. Think about Cassius's other recent actions. He was supposed to help put Jens Sidwell behind bars. Instead, he advised Sidwell to flee the country, allowing a highly dangerous criminal to slip through the cracks. And what is Sidwell doing with that freedom? He is silently setting up a massive, lethal revenge trap. This trap is specifically targeting Lucas Jones, Sonny Corinthos, and Laura Collins. Sidwell is out for blood, and Cassius enabled it. If Cassius is shooting Cullum to protect the Windermere secrets and letting Sidwell loose to terrorize Sonny and Laura, then Cassius isn't just a reluctant pawn. He is a primary enforcer in a massive criminal conspiracy. But a conspiracy of this magnitude requires the local police to be completely distracted. And wow, are they ever distracted? Let us look at Dante Falconeri. Dante is the best detective in Port Charles, but right now, he is completely blind to the snake in his grass. He is actually stepping up to defend Cassius during interrogations about Sidwell's escape. Why is Dante so off his game? Because his emotional life is a complete mess. Lulu Spencer is suddenly revealing her deepest vulnerabilities to him, trying to be honest with herself and pulling at Dante's heartstrings. At the exact same time, Dante is opening up more and more to Elizabeth Baldwin, growing closer to her in a blossoming romantic connection. This emotional tug-of-war between Lulu and Elizabeth is keeping Dante's eyes off Cassius. The bigger question is, did someone orchestrate this emotional chaos to keep the PCPD looking the wrong way? Speaking of the PCPD looking the wrong way, we need to talk about the second massive cover-up happening right in front of us. This could explain a lot about why the police are stretched so thin. Brooklyn Quartermain is making what might be the most reckless, destructive decision of her entire life. We know Jordan Ashford was recently the victim of a brutal hit and run accident. The police should be out looking for the real culprit. Instead, Brooklyn is manufacturing fake evidence to frame Willow Kane as the driver who fled the scene. Brooklyn's intense hatred and rivalry with Willow have pushed her over the edge into outright felony territory. She is setting up a totally innocent woman to take the fall for running over Jordan. And it is working. Willow is in an absolute state of panic over this fake evidence. In her desperation, Willow runs straight to Harrison Chase, begging him for help to clear her name. Chase, being the honorable cop he is, rushes to defend Willow's innocence and begins investigating the frame-up. But Chase is completely unaware that his investigation is pointing a loaded gun right at his own wife. This is the big reveal theory, guys. We have two massive secrets happening simultaneously, and they are about to collide in the most spectacular way. On one side, we have Cassius Faison shooting people and covering up a hostage crisis at Windermere. On the other side, we have Brooklyn Quartermain committing a massive crime to frame Willow, tying up Chase's entire investigative focus. But wait, what if that's true? What happens when Chase digs deep enough to expose Brooklyn? If Chase uncovers the truth about the hit and run, he won't just expose his wife's dark secret. He might accidentally expose Willow's secrets too, because Willow is not exactly a saint right now. While she is playing the victim with Chase, she is secretly continuing her dark negotiations and dealings with Jack Brennan. If Chase pulls the thread on Brooklyn's fake evidence, the entire sweater unravels, potentially exposing Willow's alliance with Brennan to the whole town. Everyone is hiding something, and everyone is using someone else as a shield. And the chaos doesn't stop there. While the major players are distracted by Windermere and the hit and run, the secondary characters are fighting their own desperate battles. Ethan Lovett is pulling off a masterclass in manipulation. Ava Jerome thought she had the upper hand, but Ethan has just executed a cunning trick that completely turns the tables in his blackmail plot against her. Ava is now caught totally off guard, cornered by the secret that Ethan might be the biological father of Phoebe. Ava is losing her grip on power precisely when the town needs its strong players the most. Meanwhile, a beacon of hope is trying to break through the darkness, but the timing couldn't be worse. Anna Devane is finally preparing for her long-awaited return to Port Charles. She has been cleared for discharge from the mental health clinic, thanks in part to Willow helping resolve her legal troubles. But Anna is walking straight back into a war zone. She is returning to a town where her friends are held hostage, people are being shot in the streets, and the police force is compromised by internal drama and fake evidence. And amidst all this death, betrayal, and kidnapping, life is stubbornly trying to find a way. Portia Robinson is suddenly going into a terrifying, difficult labor. The timing is an absolute nightmare. With the town in chaos, Portia might not even make it to General Hospital in time. She is facing a severe medical emergency in a highly stressful environment, and it looks like Isaiah Gannon might have to step up and deliver this baby under the most extreme circumstances imaginable. The juxtaposition of new life entering the world while Cassius and Sidwell are trying to take lives away is pure, unadulterated soap opera brilliance. Let us talk about the aftermath. If my theory is correct, the fallout will be apocalyptic. If Cassius is exposed as Cullum's shooter and the protector of the Windermere prison, Dante will be professionally and personally destroyed for defending him. If Brooklyn's fake evidence is brought to light, Chase will have to make an impossible choice: arrest his own wife and destroy his marriage, or compromise his badge to protect her. If Carly, Jocelyn, and Liesl cannot be rescued from Windermere before Sidwell springs his trap on Sunny, Laura, and Lucas, we could be looking at a massive loss of life. Who will lose everything? Almost everyone. Who is lying? Absolutely everyone. We may be looking at the beginning of something huge. The intricate web of lies, from Brooklyn's fake evidence to Willow's secret deals, from Ethan's blackmail to Cassius's deadly trigger finger, is stretched to its absolute limit. The truth could be closer than anyone realizes, hiding just behind a fake smile at the Metro Court or a desperate plea at the police station. Someone may not be ready for what's coming next, but the storm is already here. Keep your eyes peeled, because when these Secrets finally blow. Port Charles will never be the same again.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.